After printing any sort of print process where the paper is dampened, it's important to dry it so that it dries flat. One of the ways to do that is to dry it under suspension. And one of the easiest ways to do that is by letting it dry overnight under a stack of weight. To dry the prints under weight, as soon as you're finished pulling the print off of the plate at the press, you're going to bring it over to your drying area. And I have a stack of newsprint, clean newsprint, that's cut a little bit larger than the size of my sheet of paper. And I'm going to make a stack with newsprint, the wet print, and then a clean piece of newsprint on top. This will be set underneath a stack of weight. As you pull the next print off of the plate, you're going to take it over to your stack of drying prints and add that to your stack. I like to try to get it so it's aligned where the edges of the paper are pretty much lined up one on top of the other. That way, there won't be any sort of embossing from the paper edge onto the print that's underneath it. And you'll keep going until your stack is finished. Now, if I ever get a stack that starts to get fairly high, I would say more than about 3 prints, I'm going to start a new stack with a book between. This will prevent any sort of embossing from one print to the other, and also ensure even weight down through the stack, so even drawing. If you used any paper stencils that got ink on them and may have gotten some water on them from the printing paper, you're also welcome to dry those under weight, because then those can potentially be used as collage material in your final print as you're trying to decide which parts of your composition to keep and which ones to modify. Most likely, overnight is all that's needed for the paper to dry completely. The calico ink will probably stay wet and offset to the touch for several days afterwards. Depending on the thickness of the ink, it can even take up to a week before the ink is fully dry. Once your prints are fully dried, then you're able to go to the next step, which is deciding which prints will be part of your final edition, which ones may not make the cut, and any sort of modifications that will be needed to the prints.